Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the Mic with Mike. It is the premier business radio program around. I'm your host, Mike King. Appreciate you being here with us. The views expressed here are mine. Have no connection to support or agreement with any other host, information, ads on the station. I don't work for the station or program that airs here on a daily basis. Join me as our cutting edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. So you can follow me on all social platforms. That is hashtag on the Mike Mike, as well as Mike King Biz. So we're out there. We're heard. This is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1, Monday to Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. The Choice 105.3 every day from 2 to 3, as well as International Business Growth Radio. That's who we are. That's what we do. We talk to the game changers out there. I'm minding my business. Well, I'm not minding my business. I'm out there, perusing the business landscape, seeing who's doing some really cool things. I come across this thing. It looks like it is a massage place on wheels. I'm like, okay, so it's a massage therapist type thing. I'm not sure, but they come to you. And I'm like, that's a pretty cool concept. So what do? I reach out to Christina. Christina, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, so it's a business show. Let us know your elevator pitch. Who are you and what you do?
Yes, so I'm Christina K. I am the owner and massage therapist at Destination Therapy. This is the first bus converted mobile unit that I've seen in Virginia. So I come to you or either a local area close by you, and I set up and do a massage. If you only have an hour, hour and a half, that's all I need. You just come right out to me and it's very convenient. I've been a massage therapist for 11 years now.
So you were perfectly fine being a massage therapist, and all of a sudden, what, the entrepreneurial bug hit?
Yes, it did. And I tried to do the traveling therapist thing for a little while, and COVID hit, and I realized that I didn't really want to go into people's houses anymore. I wanted to do more of something where I can control it. I can clean up as much as I want to, wipe down, do things like that, and just provide a safe environment for people. So this is where the idea kind of came about with doing destination therapy.
So you had the idea. Now you have to find something to turn it into your vehicle. What's that process like, and how long did that take?
That process was it was definitely some trial and error. I joined a lot of bus conversion groups on Facebook, and I just read all the forums. And my husband also, he's really good with redoing houses. So I bought this bus on a whim and was like, do you want to convert this bus into a little massage room?
We've had the conversation about having someone handy.
Yes, and he looked at me
kudos
like I was
to
crazy.
The mister. Yes.
Yes, kudos to the mister. He definitely came through.
That is true. Because a lot of times you had the vision, you had the dream. What stops some people sometimes is to be able to execute that dream. And sometimes It's the money to do, like, we could have that idea, but if I don't have the skill and know-how and I ain't got the money.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so it dies right there.
Exactly. Yeah. And it took, I bought this bus, I think last year, June of last year. So it's been a year coming. It's a work in progress, but I really like where it's going.
So let's talk a little bit about, so all of a sudden, when did you first get up and running?
So like I said, I started going into people's houses. I wanted to do something that was a little more convenient for me and made me feel more safe. So I've been doing massages in this bus for a little less than a year.
Okay.
Right.
And when did you know you had something? It's just like, okay, you had an idea. I'm going to convert this thing. Okay, I converted it. When does the light bulb come on and you're like, okay, this could be something here?
When I was telling a few people about it, a few trusted people, and they're like, Christina, this is a really good idea. Is anyone else doing this? And I'm like, I don't think so. So I jumped on social media. I looked into some things. I put the idea out there. I created my Instagram destination therapy page and also on Facebook as well. And just put the information out to see if it would stick or not. And it really stuck. And I have an overwhelming amount of support from, I call them my destination therapy family and all of my clients. And it just like my heart grew so much when I saw how many people that wanted to support me. And it continued to do it to this day.
So, okay, so all of a sudden, let's see how this works. So you pull up, I walk out, the door swings open. What's the
Yes.
look on people's faces?
They're like, oh my God. Like they forget that they just walked into a bus. So they immediately relax. They feel like they've gone into a massage room. I like to have it very zen, natural colors. My favorite color is green, so that translates a lot in the bus. So I just wanted to just create a space where it was a getaway right outside your doorstep.
Alrighty, so what type of let's talk about the meaning of outside the bus but massage period. You've been doing this for a long time. What are the benefits and values of that?
Yes, so massage is good, of course, physically, with any pains and tensions that you may have in the body. It's also really good for your mental health as well, especially with COVID. It seems like people are deprived of good touch and also deprived of other people being around people, and that's really got depression up very high, unfortunately. So I think with doing massage, it just helps with so many areas of your life, especially down to supporting the immune system. That's one thing that will help with it. And just, I guess it's just really good all around. I love it myself, but I'm biased.
One of Mike is here with Christina. How can people find you out there, ma'am?
And I am on Facebook and Instagram. I also have my website, Destination Therapy VA. And my website is Destination Therapy VA, or I'm sorry, Destination Therapy LLC.square.site.
So when you're out there, you engage, you have an active crew on social media. You get some engagement.
I do.
Talk about how you make that happen.
Just making connections with people, just like you were saying earlier, just making those connections, just meeting someone in the grocery store. I'm like, hey, I have a mobile bus parked out. You want to come out and see it? Like,
and they're like, what?
You're like, come on out. So they come in and they look around like, wow, this is really cool. And then they may share a post about me or anything. Even if they don't do business with me per se, they still love to support.
One of Mike is here, Christina. She's out there doing some amazing things. When I tell people we're not sure whether social media works, it works.
It works.
It works because all of a sudden, but you got some, you got some oomph and giddy up with you too, because like you said, if you're in the store and you say to the person, hey, I got a massage there, people are looking like, what?
Yeah.
And they go outside and they see that. When talk to other entrepreneurs, people out there who had and have a regular gig that they go to, but they want to do the thing on the side. Mm-hmm. What's things that you tell them to make sure that they do? And one thing is like a thing to say, hey, make whatever you do, I wouldn't do that one.
Right. I would tell them to definitely stay consistent and take that leap. Talk about it with people that you trust starting out. And then once you put pen to the paper, once you get out there and do some of the footwork, then talk about it with everybody. Like really believe in it when you talk about it and get it out there.
When the hours that you're available for people to book you?
So right now I am working on Thursdays and Fridays from 8 to 6. I also will do other appointment times. Just let me know. I'm still working currently at my job, but I just went part-time last week. So I'm very excited about that. That's the step.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back to that step. So you're seeing, hey, business is pretty good. I got the regular gig, but the side hustle is getting pretty consistent.
Very.
What was it till all of a sudden you're looking at this and say, how long did you think about it before you finally said, okay, I got to take this plunge now to go from full time over here to this thing on the side, which is becoming my main hustle?
When my regular clients were like, Christina, wake up, what are you doing? And they are some of them are business owners as well. And so they told me the exact same thing. It's like, you have to take that plunge. You get to the point where it's either you're going to hinder yourself because you are turning business away, or you can just do what you do, stay in your comfort zone and just, stay at your job. But do you want to take that plunge? Do you want to take that step? And at that point, I was ready to take that step.
So what's the next big milestone for you and the business?
So I would love to go full-time with my business. I think that is the main goal. That's one thing that I want to do. Continue to do good things in the bus, continue to invest back into the business. So
networking marketing, what are some of the things that you've done marketing wise? What's worked, and when you look back on something you tried that didn't work out all that great?
Just word of mouth, really. I'm still fairly new to this, so I don't really have an input on what didn't work, because in the grand scheme of things, even though it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, it still worked out in another kind of way. It still helped the business.
You launched during a pandemic or towards the end of a pandemic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great timing. So, the world's coming back, and all of a sudden people start seeing how, important massage was, and all of a sudden people started launching businesses. When you looked out there, how shocked were you when you realized that no one else was doing this? Were you shocked?
I was very shocked, and seeing that people were, because there are a lot of traveling therapists around here, and there are also a lot of spas around here as well. But to not see anyone take it that step further and do a bus or an RV, I was very surprised, but I'm happy to be the first.
That's right. So you staked out the ground before. So when you go out and you engage with, do you have corporate clients? What's the vision that you have for the bus? And you work with men, women, children,
all of the above.
Okay.
Yes.
On the mic with Mike here, Christina. Again, how can people find Destination Therapy out there?
It is Destination Therapy VA on Instagram and on Facebook, and Destination Therapy LLC.square.site is my website.
Alrighty, we are going to work with you on getting you out to some of the events. I think because one of the things is when we see something unique here, it's something. And the idea that you've come up with this, it does make a difference. Oh, really? What geographical areas do you cover?
So I mostly cover the Dinwiddie area, Petersburg, Chester, Colonial Heights. I also do have a few people into Richmond and things like that. Like I said, my general area is between Dinwiddie and Chesterfield. Anything a little further than that, I would require a $25 travel fee.
Gas is high.
Gas is very high, and this is diesel. So that's fun. That's fun.
That is so okay. So the conversion of the bus with your husband doing the work there, how long did that take?
Like I said, it was a work in progress. Still is a work in progress, but taking the seats out and cleaning it up, doing the paint, putting floors down, when we were only doing that on the weekends because he has a full-time job as well. So it took us months, but when I told him about it, he said it was a fire in me that he saw in my eyes. And he took that time, even though he was tired from working, full time, he still came out here in the heat of June, August,
in Virginia,
whatever.
Lord have mercy.
And that was before we put the AC unit in here. It was stifling.
I'm from Pennsylvania. You guys could just let me know when it's October.
Man, it'll still be hot then.
But not oven hot like it's getting ready to be soon.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when you guys were doing the work and all of a sudden you looked up and one day you guys he looked at you, you looked at him and said, okay, this thing that we were thinking about, it's kind of coming together.
Yes.
What was that moment like?
It was, I think we just sat in here for hours just talking. And I remember the sun was setting in the background. I was like, man, this is kind of nice. We had it was a long day of work. We had a glass of wine and it was really, really nice. That feeling was it was indescribable. Very indescribable.
So persons out there making dreams come true. You've made dreams come true with this right here. What's I'd say number one thing you tell other people who are considering, you said follow your dream and get to it. Is that it?
Yes, follow through. Don't give up. If you have an idea, you stick to it. Even sometimes you may have to give yourself a pep talk,
What were when this was the word of, I guess, the last couple of years, pivoting. What was it something that you had your idea that you were going to do and all of a sudden you realized for whatever reason, maybe we're not going to do that thing. We're going to go over and do this thing. Was there anything that you guys ran into?
When it came to my thinking of it, or what do you mean?
Yeah, the thinking of it as well as the execution, that you wanted to do one thing and then you guys realized, no, this may be a better way to go about it.
Right. So one thing we had thought about was getting something a little bit smaller. We had looked into the Pro Masters. I think it was a Ram Pro Masters, and I really liked those, but I got into the back of it and I looked around. I'm like, this is not going to work. It's too small. I wanted something bigger. I wanted something where that would be comfortable for people. So that was one thing in particular that we decided not to go with, or we opted for something else.
So you really have a bus, or do you just call it that?
It is a bus.
School bus.
Well, not a full-size school bus. It is a shuttle bus. It's a 20-foot shuttle bus.
Gotcha. Like the airport shuttle buses?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I believe so. Yeah.
And let me ask you, where do you find those at? Like, did you have to go far?
On Facebook. This was on Facebook Marketplace. We went to, I cannot think of the area. It's in the 703 area, like Northern Neck. A guy had bought this bus for his son that was getting out of jail. His son had a vision. He wanted to take those families to the families of inmates to see their loved ones that are locked up. As soon as his son got out of jail, he hightailed it and he didn't want to have anything to do with it, which is completely understandable. But his father had bought this bus for him for the vision. But that's okay, because then I picked up where he left off.
And turned it into your vision.
And I turned it into my vision, yes.
Did you know as soon as you saw it that was the one?
Yes.
You knew?
Yes, I knew. As soon as we got in there and we just looked around and we're like, I already saw the vision. It was already there. So,
there you go. Well, congratulations on all your success. Like I said, we're going to plug you into our crew. I mean, we got a rock star crew of people who are out there helping to take businesses and make them a success. But what you're doing is awesome. Like I said, social media works. It does. Your social media game is on fire too. So congratulations on that. On the mic with Mike here with Christina. One last time, ma'am, how can people find you?
Destination Therapy VA on Instagram and Facebook, and Destination Therapy LLC.square.site.
On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program around. As always say, we got to go to pay these bills. So make sure you take a listen to our sponsors and advertisers. I always say the microphone ain't free, plus my grandkids need stuff. So we'll talk to you soon. This will play on ESPN as well as on The Choice. So thanks now, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.